Hi everyone, I am Wendi Blum and thanks so much for being here. Today I'm going to share 25 habits of successful people. And I am so passionate about this because about 2 decades ago I went on the personal growth path, but I got there the hard way, the way many people get there. And I learned so much from all of the books that I have obsessively read and listened to podcasts and then interview on my internet show, and I want to share those habits with you. So the first habit of successful people is they think big. They think outside of the box. They think differently. Think about Elon Musk, and they allow themselves some space to think about or to live and to believe in their dreams. And number 2 is to be a good communicator and to learn how to communicate and to practice communication skills, because successful people are always communicating. Number 3 is to take full responsibility for yourself, for your company, for the people around you. Successful people, they don't blame other people. They take the credit when things go well. They also give the credit to other people when things go well. And they also take the blame. They take the brunt of the blame when things don't go well. And number 4 is they aren't afraid of failure. They know that failure is part of the process, that through failure that you learn. On the other side of failure is your breakthrough. And if you only do what other people have done in the past, then you're just copying everybody else's work. So to step into the unknown, you're going to have failures, but they don't even think of them as failure. Oprah said that there is no failure, that there is only learning. And I want to stay with my numbers. Number 5 is they are passionate. They know their why. They know their reason of why they do what they do. They have a personal mission, and that's their fuel. And that's their drive. And when you're around successful people, that enthusiasm is so contagious. You just want more of it. You want to be around them. You want to be involved in their business. You want them as your business partners. You want them as your friends. Successful people are passionate and excited about what they do. And then number 6 is that they are emotionally intelligent. They don't react, they respond. They know everything is an emotion, including fear. Happiness is an emotion, joy is an emotion, being confident is an emotion. So they have an awareness of where they are on that emotional scale, and they bring what's known as emotional intelligence into their communication and into their interactions. Number 7 is they are goal-oriented. They have goals, they write down their goals, they focus on their goals, but then most importantly, they also have an action plan. A dream without a timeline, without it being written down, just stays a dream. And successful people are really serious and they are totally dedicated to their goals. Number 8 is they practice gratitude. There's another video here on my channel talking about the power of gratitude that you can watch after this video. But gratitude, when you appreciate the people around you, it makes them want to do even more for you. And gratitude is contagious. It's a positive energy. So successful people focus on gratitude every day. Number 9 is they're busy. Their calendars are full, but they're not rushed. They're not freaked out. They're not panicked. You don't see them scrambling around. That they do things with grace. They do things in a rhythm that makes everyone around them feel comfortable. And number 10 is they are problem solvers. So they expect obstacles and challenges, and that's okay because they know on the other side of the challenge is the breakthrough. And that's part of life. We're all going to struggle. We're all going to have pain, physically, emotionally. Things are going to show up. And to be a good problem solver just takes practice. And successful people are really good at solving those problems. Number 11 is love the journey. It's not just about the destination. I listened to a podcast from John Wooden last night. He was interviewed by Tony Robbins. And John said he talked about that it wasn't about the championship. It wasn't about winning all of the time. It was about the practice. It was the day-to-day interactions. It's taking one shot. It was about the teamwork of the team working together. And then number 12, they surround themselves with amazing people. That's saying that we are the average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. That has to do with our health. It has to do with our finances. It has to do with our relationships. It has to do with our happiness. So they mindfully pay attention to who they spend the most time with. And you also want to surround yourself with people that make you grow. If you're a tennis player and you always play with somebody that's not as good as you are, how are you actually going to become a better tennis player? So they surround themselves with amazing people, heart-centered people, movers and shakers, people that get things done. And number 13 is learning and growing. Leaders are readers. Tony Robbins has been said to have read 10,000 books. Tim Ferriss has been known to read 1 to 4 books a week. And look at their level of success. Successful people are hungry. They're curious. They want to learn. And then number 14 is giving yourself thinking time. In Japan, executives in the middle of the day, they take 2 hours off. 2 hours just to pause, to reflect, and to think. So creating that space. It also ties in with emotional intelligence. You can sort of gauge what's happening and how you're feeling about it, and you can connect to your intuition. It's very helpful for problem solving. And then number 15 is to be proactive versus reactive. We don't wait in our health till something falls apart and breaks down. That's why successful people are going to eat healthy. They're going to take care of their physical bodies. So to think forward and then to think back, what action steps do I need to take to be proactive? That has to do with your finances, that has to do with your accounting in your finances and your record keeping and keeping accurate records. So everything is connected to everything. So that being proactive versus reactive is so important. Number 16 is being consistent. It's not easy being consistent. You have to have the energy to do something day in and day out. It's when you say that you're going to wake up at 5 o'clock every morning because you want to get to the gym or you want to get a jump on the day. It's being consistent. It's not just doing it once a week. And although that's a good start if you're not doing it at all, but people that are highly successful, they are consistent. They are consistent with their commitments. And number 17 is prioritizing. Know what's most meaningful for you And then following that list, if you have a to-do list, you prioritize your list and you focus on the 3 things that are most important. Successful people know, they just know how to do this. They know how to prioritize. Number 18 is exercise every day. We're in these physical bodies and our physiology matters. Our state really matters. When we exercise, we feel good, we feel energized, we feel the vitality in our body, and it's going to overflow in our communication, in our business, in our relationships, and in our lives. So you can look around at successful people. You look at Richard Branson, for example. He gets up every morning, and his morning routine, the first thing he does is he's on the tennis courts. He's getting his exercise. And successful people know if you do the exercise first, that you can just check the box that you got it done, and there's nothing that's going to take you off track. So exercising. 19, and it's a segue, it's part of the exercising, is having a morning routine, knowing what that looks like. Waking up at a certain time in the morning, drinking your water, having a healthy breakfast. Whatever that is for you, like Richard Branson on the tennis court, having a consistent morning routine that could be journaling and writing. It's whatever's most important to you to get that done first thing in the morning so that you can feel good throughout the day. Number 20 is successful people keep their word. I think of the book by Miguel Ruiz, The 4 Agreements. And be impeccable with your word. When you say you're going to do something, you follow through. That way people can really grow to trust you. And that makes a big difference, right? Successful people and trust, it all goes hand in hand. Number 21 is to be resilient, to have that bounce back factor. No matter how many times you get that no, you still, like Jack Canfield, when he was getting his book published, he went to publisher after publisher and got a no and another no and another no, and he was resilient. He kept bouncing back. It's the yes that you get after that 100th no that makes you feel so alive and say, yeah, I can do it. Successful people, they have that drive and they have that resilience. Number 22 is realizing that not everyone is going to like you, and that's okay. And I know for me that's been really difficult. A lot of people want to be people pleasers. They want to be liked by everyone. It's just not possible. I once heard Wayne Dyer, the amazing Wayne Dyer, I once heard him say that in an audience of 100 people, there's one person that absolutely can't stand him or more, and he knows that. And that's okay. Successful people focus on that one person that they're helping and they're making a difference. They come from their drive. Number 23 is to be a good listener. Successful people ask questions, and then they're quiet, they connect, they pay attention, and then they deeply listen. And you also feel back that they are listening and then they care about you. 24 is successful people every single day work on sharpening their skills, getting better, a little bit better every day. The 1% principle that I like to talk about, that if we focus on getting better 1% every day, at the end of 365 days, that's 365%, but without all the heaviness of thinking that you've got to take this big leap and figure things out quickly, because it just doesn't happen that way. And then 25 is meditation. More and more, meditation is coming to the forefront. People are coming forward. Ariana Huffington talked about meditation in her book. And Tim Ferriss, who has interviewed world-class athletes and entrepreneurs and million and billionaires, successful people from all walks of life. And he has noted that 80% of them meditate, which is incredible. So those are 25 habits of successful people. Success is something that is born inside of us. It's not that someone has it and someone doesn't have it. It's just applying these principles. It's about applying these habits consistently, day after day, and then you find that you start producing and getting more and more of the results that you want in your life. And it's not going to be just straight up to the top, right? We need the bounce back factor. We need all of these principles in our lives. And so if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe, and you can click the bell so you get notifications about my new videos that I upload every single week. I wish you everything amazing. Love your life and rock your business.